Hey guys, welcome back to Fair Boulevard. Today I have a beauty DIY for you. I'll be showing you how I make my very own brow pomade in the perfect shade for me. Start off with 2 to 3 eyebrow pencils and your choice of color. I decided to go with a brown and a black. These are actually kohl eyeliners. So if you can't find eyebrow pencils, you can easily do this as well. I think that the kohl eyeliners are probably going to be a little bit more moist and probably work out better than eyebrow pencils. So I just started off by opening up the containers and throwing away the trash to the side. Then I decided to crack open the pencils using my plier cutters. This can get messy, so maybe you'd like to use some gloves while doing this project. As you can see, this pencil is full of pigment. So you just want to take that pencil pigment rod out and make sure you can get all the pigment that you can out of it because you will need as much as possible. The reason why I chose to make my own eyebrow pomade was because whenever I go to the store looking for my own, they tend to be quite expensive. And I also never like the shades that they come in. My eyebrows are fairly dark. As long as I am going to be filling in my eyebrows, I would want something to match closer to my actual eyebrow shade, which is why I chose to make my own, because I could make it a tad bit darker by combining a black pigment into it. You will also need a old or new eyeshadow palette that has a darker brown or black powder pigment in it. I am just going to be using my old BH Cosmetics palette that is really beat up but really inexpensive. As you can see, this project is starting to get a little messy. I have the pigment all over my fingers. Here's where I add the Mori's hair pomade in it just to give it a more waxy element to the brow pomade, like I feel like the regular pomades must have. Then I'm going to take this pigment, I'm going to pop it in the microwave for a few seconds. After you take it out for about 15 seconds, it is going to be quite runny and easy to mix all together. And you'll see the color go from the lighter brown to the black or blackish color. Here's where I just take either my brown shade or my black shade. I opted to just do the black shade, one because I forgot to add in the brown, but it turned out to work out for the best because it actually became the perfect dark shade of brown for my eyebrow color. So you just go ahead and incorporate that and mix that all together. You may need to pop that back in the microwave for a few seconds if it starts to set up a little stiff, which is perfectly fine. You could do so in about 5-second intervals. I would also recommend using a glass container or bowl that you're not going to be using for anything else, because it does tend to stick to the bowl quite a bit, and it was kind of hard to rinse out. I wound up having to wash my bowl probably about 3 or 4 times before all the pigment was actually out of the container. Here I just have my little container that I picked up from the Dollar Tree from the office supply section, and here I just pour in my pigment. 2 pencils does not make very much product, but it made enough because I tend not to go through a eyebrow pomade container very quickly at all. So this was the perfect amount. I don't have to worry about this drying out and being very costly because it really only costs about $3 to make, and you can make how much ever product you want. It does not dry out and is very pigmented. And that is how I make my eyebrow pomade. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching DIY with Farah.